welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing the first part of an ongoing series, which I'll probably keep going for some time. I doubt it's going to be weekly, just because it takes so much work to make this type of video, but from what you can see on screen, it's going to be graphical asset packs for games, just basically in the form of GUIs. And I suppose in most cases you can't just straight up import these images into the game, but it will serve as a good little reference point for whatever you might want to do in the future. Now, this was made for a game that ended up going defunct. I don't think it ever really released in any sort of capacity, and yeah, it was for Roblox, but this was about 3 to 4 years ago, and I was definitely newer to Photoshop then, so I guess it is kind of clear that somebody who is newer to Photoshop worked with these files. Now, everything I want to be showing you in this video is going to be available for download in the description, and if you don't have Photoshop, which would be understandable because Photoshop is a paid software, so not everybody has access to it, but there's a great free website called Photopia. So you can simply open projects from computer, but I'm just going to do a PSD template in this case, just to kind of show you something real quick. So some of the things I'll be showing you require a custom font. So to load a custom font, go to T, go to the font here, and just click load fonts, and load the OTF/TTF font file that you'll find linked in the description, and you are good to go. We'll download it first from the link I sent in the description, and then load it into here. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the different assets you'll find in this pack. Starting off as Lootcrates, I did a pretty decent job with organizing this, so you can come into the trim, come into the center gem, and so on and so forth to either add more tiers or less tiers if you are planning to use this. And I should note to actually save this, hide the backgrounds, and use the rectangular marquee tool, highlight over the entire thing, edit, copy merged, file, new, create, Control V, and then you can do file, export, save for web, or file, save as, and choose PNG. And this is a pretty good indicator of someone being new to Photoshop. I have some sort of object off here to the left, probably some almost transparent pixel causing this to be further out to the left than it should be. So you might have to tinker around with this by highlighting over this area and choosing delete to delete anything that might be hiding there, but I think that's pretty clear now. Status bars, same thing, just hide the backgrounds, and you can come into each one of these, highlight over one of them, edit, copy merged, and then paste, and you are good to go. Since you probably want these little spikes above any kind of bar you put in there, let's pop into one of these. Let's see, where did I hide the spikes? Okay, spikes are in here. I take it these are all the spikes. Nope, those are not spikes. Yep, so you'll probably have to take some time to come through, and I think the spikes start here. Yep, so take from rectangle 4 all the way to rectangle 4, copy 17. You probably do a Control G, and what was the opacity on this? I think there was a opacity drop here somewhere, but you have to tinker around with a bit to get it to fit, but you'll want to save this separately and then have it as a separate layer in whatever you're working on. Okay, moving on from the status bars. Altogether, that will not be included just because this is just a quick view of everything in there. This is a Gamepass, used to be used, well, they're still used on Roblox, but I'm sure you'll find a different use for this specific icon style. And again, if you know what you're doing, you can come in here into the center and kind of add whatever, recolor it, make it red, make it blue, etc., etc. These are all just random different icons. This is for trade. Well, I named it for what it would be used for, but that would be trade. This would be stance, stance 2, settings, run, don't think I ever made a walk icon. I think you just click run again and it will set you back to that. Yeah, a little messy, but hey, I was new at the time to Photoshop, kind of, so I'll blame it on that. Also, a custom cursor. Chat box, pretty self-explanatory what this is. You have the character name here and the text that the character would be saying down here. And then finally, a loading screen. I actually released a tutorial for the loading screen a while back, so if you're curious how that was actually made, I'll link that in the description as well. But it is fairly complicated, but I think with the templates, it should be pretty straightforward as to how to make changes. Though if you're still getting tripped up, just go to the video I linked and you should be good to go. I didn't pull up the Jennies. I can actually pull it up real quick. Let's get the Jenny pulled up. Yeah, let's see what size this thing's at. Kind of a size, yeah, this is huge. So this should be bigger than anything you'd ever need. But I have an extra one, so you can hide one Jenny or reveal a Jenny. And that is good to go. And what else did I not open up? I think this is the interior of the loot crate. No, I have no idea what that is. I will not be including that. Let me actually delete that one right there. Menu interface. Oh, that's all the old stuff I was looking at. Did I ever make a menu for that? I feel as if I made a menu for that. Okay, there's one menu. I'll include that one. And then, could have sworn... Okay, there's this little... your user info. Name, whatever. I don't know what that's supposed to be for. And then level... menus. Oh, there is all the menus. Yup, I have found them all. Oh boy. Inventory. I don't think I opened that one yet. So that's inventory. Little rope connecting that. There is the loot crate. There is the party. There is the profile menu. I was going to say I'm going to come through and clean these up a little bit, but I have to apologize. There is just too much to clean up. So what you see is what you will fortunately get. Though I promise for future packs, I will actually make sure the groups and everything and layers are all clean. This is just because it was an old set of files that I had. I don't think I need to go through all of those. Pretty self-explanatory what those are. The diamonds, yep, that'll be included as well. And I think that is actually everything. Currency section. The gem here, I believe I just changed the color a bit. Green, purple, blue. And a quick way to change the color of that kind of stuff is to come over to the left side and use the color replacement tool after picking a new color. And say I go to the gem. There. Where is the gem? Then I do a little bit of color replacement. That's why. There we go. Then it's orange, so I have to change the outer glow as well by right-clicking and going to blending options. Anyway, that was a little bit of a convoluted video. I hope you found this useful, or at the very least you can download these packs or download each individual asset as you see fit to kind of get an idea of how I did some of this stuff, because I think I did use semi-advanced techniques. I am still a little proud of how I made this border here and the little top piece. The center section doesn't look as nice, but I think this border and these edges are chef's kiss, spicy, and fantastic looking even to this day. So even if you aren't planning to use it for any game of any sort, probably worth your time to at least download it and check it out. Other than that, that's really a wrap for this video. If you liked it, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, please make sure to subscribe and comment what you'd like to see different. Other than that, I hope you have an awesome day.